viewers. Today we have here is our esteemed guest, Dr. Geoffrey Holmes. He is the Pro Vice Chancellor of the University of Waikato in New Zealand. And he is here with us to have a brief discussion about the collaboration with Christu Jayanti College and its avenue for the students. Hello, sir.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. So let's start with the question. What do you think about India in education terms? Like, how do you feel visiting India?
So, interestingly, at our university, India has become our largest market in the last year. So in 2024, we had more Indian students come to study with us than from any other country. And so it's become quite a focus for us. It's mainly been in the postgraduate area that we've seen the demand. For me, in my areas, I'm particularly looking at IT computing qualifications at master's level and also engineering. It's very popular here. One thing I would say is that it's great for me to come to India because here computer science, my own subject, is the most popular thing that's studied. Now, I don't know of another country in the world where that's true. And so it's always a delight. There's always so many IT students to talk to.
Yes. And what do you think about Christu Jayanti College in specific?
So I've only, this is my first visit and I've only just come here, but it's a beautiful campus.
Yes.
So you're very lucky to have all these facilities, and I understand that the university is moving from its autonomous state to a deemed university, and I wish it all the best in making that transition. It's clear to me anyway, from my brief look at the campus, that any body that would come to assess this university's, potential for making that move would come to a very positive conclusion. So
yes, thank you so much.
It's an excellent campus.
Yes. Okay. What do you think about Indian education system in compared with the New Zealand's or other international standards education?
So I can give you an example of that because recently, in the last year or so, we've had a joint program put in place with an institution in Mumbai called VSIT. And it's in computing. Those students studied for 1.5 years in Mumbai on a program there, and then they come into our second year in its second semester and complete a Bachelor of Computer Science with us, studying for a further 1.5 years. Now, I was a bit nervous, as you would always be. What you tend to do in these relationships is you work out what courses match the courses that you have locally that they did study in India and so forth, and you make some assessments there, and then students come in and literally, they would come in 1 week and start studying in classrooms with New Zealand students and others the following week. Now, all of those students, there was about 5 started at the same time last July, and we were very carefully monitoring how they were doing. And by the end of it, they'd all passed all courses, which was a tremendous relief, but also it says something about the two systems and the two education systems that they could be matched up so well like that. We've gone on to look at February intake for that institution, plus also looking at a master's 1+1 arrangement as well, where they would do a year in India and then come to New Zealand for a final year of a master's.
Yes, so that's even we are hoping to have that, because we in Indian students also hope to explore various international colleges and institutions. So related to that, I want to ask, what kind of resources or avenues can students take to reach such an international institution?
Yeah, most institutions offer scholarships for international students. Our own university offers a particular one for India. And that was partly reflecting that market shift that we saw. We had to divert resources sort of into India, both in terms of the people we have on the ground here, but also in terms of making it more attractive for students to come and study with us. Those scholarships tend to be GPA based, and so if you do well with your undergraduate studies here in India, you can often score a decent scholarship to offset the international fees that you'll pay.
Yes. Okay. So, how do you feel about the twinning system with Christy Jayanti College? Do you think there will be more opportunities to be coming towards the Indian students to?
Yeah, I think I've had a lot of experience of visiting different institutions, and it's a bit like what I was saying before about the UGC you have here that would come and investigate your university and have a look at its students and its facilities and so forth and what they're studying. Everything I've seen here has been very positive, so I can guarantee that we'll be looking very seriously at twinning programs with this university.
Okay, sir. So, a little into your area of research. So, we heard I was in your research conference, and so you were talking about your artificial intelligence. And do you have anything related to say about how artificial intelligence can be implemented in academic related area in colleges? Like you also said how it could have an impact on education.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
So I think each subject area in the university, and it's happening at most universities in the world, the technology has become too impactful for them to ignore it. So they have to do something to work out how to integrate the tools that are available into their assessments and development of students. So everyone has to think about it, and everyone has to do something because it's important for students in terms of their outcomes when they finish, that they are aware of these tools, because there's no question that they'll be using them again in employment situations. So you can't not do that. But at the same time, you do need students to be critical thinkers and good assessors of the quality of the output that these tools can produce.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, viewers, for watching the interview with us.